Hey everyone, it's Emily Jackson here from Great Family Adventure. For those of you who don't know, Great Family Adventure is about empowering and educating people about getting your family outside and exploring. Today I'm going to be talking to you about my favorite things about the mountain games in Vail, Colorado. The GoPro Mountain Games in Vail, Colorado is a special event to my family because I had been visiting this event when my father used to compete and now myself competing for about 16 plus years at this point. So for me, it's a lot like coming home. We adventure a lot, we travel a ton, but it's someplace that we've consistently gone back to almost every year. So one of my favorite things about visiting the mountain games is just visiting the town of Vail. So for Vail, outside of the winter, most people don't recognize how many fun activities there are to do during the summertime. There is kayaking, there is biking, there is hiking, there's a ton of fun stores, and not to mention, with it being summer season, a lot of the restaurants are more affordable. It's just an awesome place to go visit.
What do you think about the GoPro Mountain Games?
It's fun.
It's fun.
During the GoPro Mountain Games, it's really cool because you see so many professional athletes for so many different disciplines. So while I'm a professional kayaker, when I go there, I can actually take time to go and watch like the World Cup for bouldering. I can go watch dog jumping. There's running events, there's biking events, and there's definitely something for anyone that wants to challenge themselves, whether it's a more intense event, like some of the running ones are pretty hard, but at the same time, the bouldering obviously is a really high elite level. But what they've done is really made sure that every event and every discipline that's involved in the mountain games, there's something for the average Joe to go out and enjoy. So for me, I run a little bit, but I would never try to compete in some of the running events at the elite level because that's not what I do and I don't need to embarrass myself. But it's really fun to go out and do. There's a couple different challenges they do. They have a 5K, they have a dog 5K. They have so many different events that for me, as an average runner, I can really go and push myself and have a ton of fun. The kayaking events for me are definitely a highlight of the mountain games because I love kayaking. That's what I do professionally. It's just really fun. And they have so many different events all in one weekend. So in one weekend, I did like 5 different kayaking events. And there's very few places where you can go for one discipline and have a ton of activity all weekend long. You got it! You got it! Visiting some of the vendors is also a huge highlight for me during the mountain games. There's a ton of different tents and booths popped up, so you can learn more about individual brands, you can sample product, you can get free product, you can buy product, you can try new drinks. There's just all sorts of different activity levels of these different booths, and the engagement that they have with anyone just walking down the street is really fun. So for me, just being able to walk the town, stop in the booths, check out the different product, it really adds an element of event atmosphere. So you're at a big event and it's just really fun. Not to mention, who doesn't love free swag? One thing that's really special about the GoPro Mountain Games is having GoPro be there and be involved, because GoPro is such an easy way for us to capture content and memories. So for me, the mud run, for example, where I take my whole family and my kids, I get to take the GoPro with me. I would never take my phone. It's one of those scenarios where the GoPro can definitely handle whatever we're gonna get into, but all of my other camera equipment wouldn't. So I have years of memories of participating in some of these events with my GoPro. So I really love not only that I can capture, the mud running and the splash and being in the river, but at the same time, I also love that GoPro themselves capture a ton of content during the game. So when you see recaps, photos on their social feed, on their Instagram, all of those things, it makes me feel really involved. And also it's really fun memory-wise to remember, oh, I was there that year and these amazing things happened. They always say that surround yourself with great people, and that's the beauty of the mountain games. The GoPro Mountain Games, you're surrounded by some of the most passionate, enthusiastic, and committed people you will ever meet. So if you're wondering whether or not you need to go visit the GoPro Mountain Games. Definitely come visit us there in Vail, Colorado, because the Mountain Games is a great opportunity to be surrounded by some of the best people who love the outdoors, and they're pushing themselves to the max.